So you guys head to the food court. You're gonna go out the portal that's marked. What did I say it was? That's marked. Doesn't
I think we took 8.
Yeah.
8 is where you're all at now. You go through the portal marked 6, and you come to the food court, and you see lots of different places. There's places to eat. There's the Farah's Falafel Shack. There's a place called Teddy Tucker's Tater Tots, and
They're like Fuddruckers?
Yeah, like Teddy Tucker's tater tots, and they sell all sorts of different flavored tater tots with different toppings, and they're all delicious. As far as shops go, you see this place with this wooden sign kind of hanging, and it says the brewery, and it's got like this little cauldron with a spoon sticking out of it on the sign. And next to that, you see Nix and Nax, which has a little like two swords kind of crossing each other next to the sign as well.
All right, I'm gonna take a seat in the food court, approximately 25 feet away from the falafel stand.
You really want this falafel? Okay, all right. You pop a squat.
And I'm gonna tap into my ear thing, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Eugene.
Hey, what's up?
Steal us some falafel.
What can I do for you?
You should sneak over to the falafel stand.
All right.
Grab us some falafel.
All right.
And then we'll split it.
What flavor? What's your favorite flavor?
Regular, just regular falafel. If you can dip it in some like spicy harissa, that would be the shit.
Listen, I gotta be honest. I'm from New York. I mean, Fantasy New York. I don't know what falafel is. Can you just tell me? Can you give me the rundown?
It's a little cake made of chickpeas and then deep fried. It's delicious.
That sounds fucking disgusting. How about the thin crust pizza? Can we get that?
No, I want you to steal me some falafel. Could you steal me some falafel?
Okay. Why don't you roll a d20 there, Durf?
Any modifiers?
Nope.
5.
All right, so Eugene scurries off your shoulder. He's like, yeah. Don't you worry. I'll get you some falafel. Sure thing. And he runs right past the falafel station into Teddy Tucker's Tater Tots. And he climbs up the counter and grabs like 2 tater tots with his little rat feet. And he comes scurrying back. He's like, here you go. Here's your falafel. Now leave me alone.
And I say, close enough. And as a reward, I give him one of the 2 tater tots. And I eat the other one.
Oh, what a fucking guy. Thanks for that. All right.
Anyway, we can do what you guys want to do now.
Okay, so in this moment right now, watching little Eugene come back with 2 tater tots and watching the friendship between Dirk and Eugene, I crumble in tears because we just lost our entire town.
That's a good point. So you guys are super sad.
Yeah, mega sad. Could not be more sad.
All right.
That is a fucking bummer.
Well, at least now we have no choice but to leave our hometown.
Mentally ruined. Everything I knew. Because none of us, according to the backstory we were given, that's where we lived our whole lives.
That's a good point. So you guys sit in this food court at a table, just kind of hugging each other. And Eugene is like, what the hell is this? I'm out of here. And he goes scurrying off into the food court somewhere else. He'll come back eventually. But you guys console each other for a while. And as you sit there, you see Tess. You see Tess run towards you. And she says, okay, guys, I'm really sorry to have left you alone. I hope you've found yourself at home here, but we really should go talk to the Archmage.
Yeah, let's do that. Our village is destroyed. This food court is overpriced. Like, this is ludicrous.
Okay.
Ludicrous. We need to start solving problems. Tess, I'm with you. For the first time in our very short relationship, let's go.
All right. So she leads you out of the food court to a different portal, and it turns gold, and the little letter A pops up, and you guys walk through this. and you come to a part of the tower that wasn't on the tour. It's this main hall of it's this dark hall just filled with stone. You see these blue lights that line kind of the sides of the walls that lead up 100 feet to this open ceiling. You see arched steps that kind of go around in a crescent up to this large stone basin that sits raised up in the palm of two stone hands that are clasped inside one another. On the other side of the basin, there is the Archmage, and he is fully decked out in this long white robe. He is being lit up by the moonlight from the open ceiling, and it reflects off this basin onto his face. And you can see that he is a super tall old elf. He's got this pure white kind of Fu Manchu looking beard, with the base of which goes all the way down and reaches the floor, and it's tied together every few feet with the golden rope. It kind of looks like a white hairy double helix almost. And he says, "Please sit." He gestures across the basin, and the stone around you kind of forms and moves up to form 3 chairs. "First of all, let me extend my very sincere condolences to each of you and welcome you to our tower. I hope the comfort you will find here will help to ease your troubled minds. I was always very fond of Woodhaven. We have been studying your city for many, many years. Tess and Felix were, well, Tess still is, but Felix, you get the point, were 2 of my brightest philosophers. Tell me, do you know the true history of your harvest celebration?"
No.
Good. I'll tell you now.
Sure don't.
He makes a gesture with his wand, and the water in the basin actually begins to rise and fall. And it swirls around and eventually forms this flat surface and it changes from water into a flat surface of dusty stone. And he says, "Long ago, the land beneath Woodhaven stood in a wide plain called the Eternal Flats. The plain was inhabited by a peaceful, spiritual group of people from all walks of life. They built a grand city, centered in which was a great temple to the god Pelor and the pride and joy of all the people." And as he's talking, the water is moving around this dusty stone, and it's actually forming the things that he's talking about. He says, "For hundreds of years, the city flourished, and the people lived in peace and harmony, celebrating their peaceful diversity with a festival. On one such festival, a great quake shook the Eternal Flats, ripping the land in two and opening a chasm so deep it reached the black plains in the center of our world. From it rose a great demon from the deep, who laid waste to the Eternal Flats and roamed the world, harvesting the souls of the living and leaving nothing but death, decay, and shadow in its wake. This demon was known as the Dread King. On the brink of the Dread King, Dread. On the brink of disaster, 7 priests of Pelor came to the Eternal Flats from all parts of the world to confront the Dread King." And again, like all this stuff is happening in front of you in the basin. "With their immense combined power, they vanquished the beast and sealed the chasm, sending the Dread King back into the Black Plains for eternity. In solidarity to those who were lost, the priests of Pelor erected a new temple above the seal, but the people of the Eternal Flats were gone, and eventually the temple was lost to the changing of the lands." The water swirls again, and everything kind of comes back together and splashes back into the basin. He says, "Tess has told me all that has happened. I don't know how, but Felix has found a way to open the chasm and summon the Dread King. I should have never assigned him to the Lost Temple," and he starts pacing back and forth. He says, "Felix had always shown more promise than any I've seen of any other wizard. but neither me nor Tess ever sensed the evil that was inside of him. The temptation to wield this power must have been too great. I can't help but feel responsible for all of this, and for that I am truly sorry.
Dang. All right. So what do we do now?
He says, there is nothing more I can tell you at the moment. Our knowledge of the Dread King and this temple is extremely limited. But the finding of the temple and the books within may help. I've sent a few of our best down to the temple to retrieve all they can. Tess and I will know more in the morning, and she will be your main point of contact. For now, you three need your rest. I've left something for each of you in your room. It's the least I can do.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I'm
I like presents.
What can you tell me about Felix?
Felix was an extremely promising young wizard that I took on at a very young age. We found him abandoned. He showed great signs of power.
Do you have any way of tracking your philosophers or your wizards when they're out?
I do not. We raise our wizards from a very young age. We trust them with much.
That worked out well.
Yeah, clearly, maybe
I'll tell Jill.
Maybe we should reevaluate how we deal with that stuff.
Hashtag Jill the Thrill. Yeah, she's dead. So okay, Chet. So where do we need to go to start hunting down Felix? Because he's got a dead sister. Our village is gone. I understand you gave us some cool little gizmos as like, oh, sorry, everything's dead. Mementos, which is cool. What is our next step from here to help you make a difference? Like we need to end this.
Of course. As I said,
where do we go from here?
Yes, of course. As I said, we know very little at this moment in time. I have sent people down to the temple to retrieve some of the books that Tess found and was looking over. Once they've done that, I believe we will have more information on what our next steps will be. The 7 priests of Pelor have been dead for a long time, but I believe that the more information we can find about them, the closer we will be to defeating this beast.
So we should go take a nap while the plot moves forward.
That's correct.
Okay. I vote that.
Well, since everything in my life has been like viciously ravaged and murdered, I think I could hit a nap right now. Like, I'm not upset that that's what we have to do.
Okay.
Tug embraces the darkness of sleep and his nightmares of his life being ruined.
Good point. Okay, so you leave the Archmage's tower. Tess leads you out. The Archmage says like something like goodbye, and you follow Tess into another portal marked 4, and she leads you down a couple different hallways and takes you to this big red door, bigger than any of the other ones. And she says, well, here's where you'll be staying while you're here at the Arcane Tower. And she opens up the door, and there's like pretty sweet setup you guys have. You've got like 3 big king beds that are lining the wall. You got a big fireplace on the right side, couple different tables, and like a stocked bar, a little mini fridge. Like it's pretty sweet. And in front of each of your king size beds, there is a chest. There's a chest. And Tess says, if you need anything else, please don't hesitate to come find me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to scamper over to my chest, and hopefully that the thing that was given to me can make up for my family and village being destroyed.
All right. So here we go. So let's see. Tug, what I want you to do is I want you to roll a d20 and tell me what you got.
No modifier or anything?
No modifier, just a d20.
11.
11. Okay, let me type that in here. All right, this is sweet. Okay, so Tug, you reach in and you pull out these golden, this golden bandage. Basically, 2 of these golden, they're like spools of this bandage. And there's a note attached to it that says what they are. And these are the fist wraps of the bull. So what this does is you wrap them around both your hands, and both of your hands get a 1d6, and they're both considered unarmed weapons. So instead of a 1d6 and a 1d4 that you have before, you get 2 1d6s in both of your fists. And also, this has an extra feature that allows you to move a creature when you punch it, if you want to, that is equal or less than your size outside the monk's reach. So you can basically punch this 5 feet away. Punch something 5 feet away.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Hype as shit over that. That's awesome.
Okay. All right. Durf, you want to go?
Sure.
Roll a d20.
Fucking 5.
5. Okay, this is still pretty sweet. You pull out this pretty long cape, essentially, and it's covered in these brown feathers. And this is the cloak of the eagle. And what this bumps your AC up by 1 automatically when you wear it. Oh, that's gotta not happen. You're gonna have to write this down. Because
I'm already typing.
I'm just hearing. All right, so you bump 1 to AC, and you also get advantage on all your initiative rolls from here on out. So every time you roll initiative,
how does that work?
Every time you roll initiative, you get to roll twice and take the highest number.
Cool. That's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Carl.
10.
10. All right, so this is cool too. All right, so you actually, Carl, you reach in and you pull out this long blue sword. It's kind of like Mary Poppins style because the chest is kind of small to the ground. But you pull this thing out, and it's like 5 feet long, and it is just ice blue. The blade is just ice blue. And it's like a cloth wrap around the hilt. And this is a sword called Chillrend. And what it does 1d8 slashing. It's a long sword, so I assume you're proficient in that. And then in addition to every attack that you make, you also do 1d4 extra cold damage.
Nice.
So 1d8 normal slashing, and then 1d4 cold slashing damage.
I guess I'll throw my cloak on and take a nap.
Okay. You guys want to head to bed? You've been out all night, searching for Jill and stuff. You haven't really gotten any rest, so it's probably time for that. So you all hop in each of your big, long, king-size beds, and you snuggle the wonderful gifts you were just given, and you fall asleep.
Is Eugene back? Can I cuddle with Eugene?
Yeah, sure. Eugene comes. He's like, all right, let's go to bed. I'm tired.
Okay.
And you guys fall asleep. While you guys are sleeping, let's go ahead and level you up to level 2. We'll get you there. So level 2, when you level up, you increase your maximum HP. And you do that by rolling one of your hit die on your character sheet, and you add your Constitution modifier to that number, and then you add that number to your current maximum HP.
You said one of my hit die?
Yeah, you have a hit die on your character sheet. So,
oh yes, so 1d8.
Yeah, so you're gonna roll a d8. So we'll start with Durf. You're gonna roll a d8, and then you're gonna add your Constitution modifier.
8.
You got an 8, or you got?
I got
6?
7.
7 and plus 1. Nice. Okay, so your maximum HP goes up by 8.
Nice. 17.
Sweet
Money.
Stout druid. Carl, you want to try? You want to do this?
I rolled a 5 plus 2 is 7.
So you add 7.
I go up to 19.
You go up to 19. Let me write this down actually. Durf 17. Tug.
So mine's a D, or excuse me, it's a D. Let me pull up my character sheet, make sure I rolled the right thing. It's a D8, and I rolled an 8.
Dope. Do you have anything in Constitution?
I have none.
All right. So what's your max HP?
Right now, max is 16.
Sweet. You guys, that's pretty good for level 2. Okay, cool. So other things in level 2, you guys each get like some cool abilities. So why don't we start with Druid? You get to change into fucking animals now.
Hell yeah, I do. That was the plan all along.
So yeah, level 2, you get what's called Wild Shape. You can use your action in combat or outside of combat. You can just kind of do it freely. But inside combat, you can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before.
Interesting.
You can use this feature twice, and you regain expended uses when you finish a short or long rest.
So we got to go see some animals. So right now I can only turn into a spider.
Jamal, we'll just assume that you've seen the spider, you've seen the rats. You also saw a bunch of those beasts in the tent for the festival. Saw a bunch of stuff. So we'll just assume
I can turn into an owl.
Yeah, you turn into an owl. You can turn into basically at level 2. You can turn into anything that's under a CR of 1/4, which is a challenge rating. So there's a list of beasts, and we'll just say I'll send you a list of things that you might have seen in that tent at the festival, and we'll just go with that.
Okay.
Sound good?
Is giant fire beetle one of them?
Sure.
I'm gonna play the game exclusively as a giant fire beetle.
Okay, let's say you saw a giant fire beetle. So let me just list them off right now. Giant fire beetle, dog, cat, like stray animals in your festival, rat, spider, owl, newt,
cow,
what?
lamb, like farm animals.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, cow, sheep, pig, that kind
rooster.
Of stuff. Sure, rooster, but you can't fly. You can't fly until level 8. You can't fly or swim. All right. So anyway, you also so there's stuff in the player's handbook that you can read about what this means and what you can do. I'm not going to read all of it. A lot of things like if you're an animal, you can't cast spells that require you to like move your fingers if you don't have fingers. That kind of stuff.
Right.
You also get to pick a circle, and there's a couple in the player's handbook, and then I sent you guys a couple unearthed arcana kind of extras that just came out. So we're gonna also reach into that pot. So have you decided on your circle?
Yeah. So I'm going to join the Circle of the Shepherd. I get a thing called Spirit Bond, which is I can summon a spirit of an animal, which projects an aura in a 30-foot radius around it and buffs the squad based on what animal I summon. I can summon a bear, a hawk, and a wolf. Basically, the bear makes everybody tougher. The hawk is good for ranged attacks, which we don't really do. And the wolf gives us ability check advantages, and also it's a heal. And then I basically get like passive speak to animals. I can talk to animals all the time now. I don't need to use a spell.
Dope.
And eventually, at level 6, I will be able to summon actual animals to fight with us.
Okay. All right. Cool. Sweet. So that's.
And then also, should we go over spells? So now I get an extra spell slot. Is that how it works?
There should be a table of like.
Oh yeah, I see. I get it. Yep. So I have 3 spell slots.
You now have 3 first level spell slots. You can't cast any second level spells yet.
Do I still bring 4 spells with me, or do I bring like 6 now? Does that make sense?
Your wisdom modifier plus your druid level, so I guess 5.
Oh, okay. Fun.
Okay. Tug, are you ready? You get key points, which is pretty sweet. Lets you spend these points to do a number of different things. And then you have a key save DC, which is kind of like a spell save DC that the other classes have. Yeah, it says.
So what else is kind of cool as a halfling? My distance I can travel is 25 feet, but since I don't wear armor, one of the monk things is I get +10 to my distance I can travel.
Sweet.
For being unarmored, so that's pretty cool.
So your new speed is now 35?
Yes. Nope. Which is pretty excellent. Because with my dumpy little legs, I wasn't moving too well. So.
Right. So you have 3 different key abilities. Is it key or is it chi? I don't actually know.
I was calling it Ki
Okay.
simply because it's spelled K-I.
I guess that makes sense
So-
phonetically. All right, so Ki, you have 3 different abilities. Flurry of blows, that after you take an attack action, you can spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes instead of just 1 as a bonus. You have patient defense, which lets you take a key point, use a key point to take the dodge action, which basically means I think any attack on the next turn against you is disadvantage. And then you also have the Step of the Wind, which lets you take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action for 1 key point. So disengage is to leave the melee range of a enemy without a surprise attack, or without a reaction, and the dash is to move double your speed.
Yeah, it's pretty excellent. Yeah, those 3 things are pretty excellent, especially patient defense, because I am a pretty soft individual.
Right. Sweet.
So that, I mean, that's pretty much Monk. So
Carl, any idea yet?
Yeah, I get to choose a fighting style, so I'm going to choose protection.
Okay.
Seems pretty handy.
Sweet.
And then I get divine smite. And my only question about that is like, well, do I still choose? Because I also get 2 spellcasting slots.
Well, so first of
Right.
all, protection as a fighting style, so you only choose 1. So protection, when you're a creature, you can see attacks a target other than you that's within 5 feet of you. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage. Okay, so if you're close to somebody who's getting attacked, you can use your shield if you have it to impose disadvantage. That's awesome.
Right.
Okay, so divine smite. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. The extra damage is 2d8 for first level spell slot, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first. Sweet. So yeah, you can use one of your spell slots to increase the damage you make on an attack by 2d8. All right, we got everybody leveled up. Good thing, because you're going to need it next time.
All right.